Here's a funeral cash plan that guarantees you free coverage in the future. Throughout your career, you have made contributions to a funeral plan. Eventually, you retire and cannot afford the premiums, and your policy expires. Are you heading in that direction? Let Diaspora Insurance take care of you. When you take out a Diaspora funeral cash plan, you'll never have to worry about this again. Your future coverage is guaranteed. You can get a free quick quote right now and start the journey to free coverage in the future when you cannot afford your premiums. Your peace of mind is only a WhatsApp message away. +44 770 3838 304 or +27 659 070 419. Get in touch now. 24/7 quote and apply at diasporainsurance.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Discover the unparalleled opportunities with Njema real estate strategically located Nanyuki projects. Starting from 1.5 acre plots, these parcels are ideal for building your dream holiday home amidst the scenic beauty. Priced affordably, these plots offer the best value for your investment. As a special offer, for every parcel acquired, you will receive a free architectural design, setting the stage for a seamless building process. Investing in Nanyuki is not just about owning land. It's about securing a future filled with tranquility and picturesque views. For our esteemed diaspora community, this is the best way to invest back home. Make hay while the sun shines, and let Njema Real Estate light up your investment world. Start your journey towards land ownership today and embrace the benefits of investing in prime location. For more details, visit our website on www.njema.com or contact us now through 0728 895 895.
You can hear me now. I think you can. Good evening. Welcome, everyone. Yes, we are just starting. Gather up. I hope you're up and about in the evening. In Europe, it's around 8:30, and we're delighted to be with you here. This one-off, we have had the meeting in the week because our guest today is a busy guy, and we thought the best way, let's try this option during the week. I know you're busy, but we chose a time. I guess you have done your dinners you're all settling down, that because we have here great topics for you. We are on live on YouTube, on Facebook, and if you're hearing me for the first time, please share. And as I introduce myself, my name is Joy Zenz, and I'm the founder of Africa Women in Europe. And some of you who have been following us, you saw us in Holland. We just had a beautiful meeting. And I'll be sharing you overview about that as well as we continue. And also, we are having more, and of course, much more coming up. So, but today we want to talk about smart investment. You hear me talk about smart investment a lot, and you wonder how does that come? And today's topic is diaspora land, the new ways of investing in real estate, depending on your age. Oh, yes, depending on your age. Some of you who are like me and the rest of us who are going the 5th floor, and those ones already in the 4th floor, and the 6th floor, and the 2nd floor. There is something for you today. Gather up, share as much as possible with your friends. I can see a few of you are coming up. We are on Facebook, and I think we're also on X, that was the former Twitter. You should be able to see us and hear us. And my guest is here, and actually should be based in UK, but he's here with me. And I'm so excited because I even asked him, how is the weather there? Because UK is always raining. How are you? You can unmute yourself on your side.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Joy, and thank you for having me this evening. Yes, indeed. I don't live in the UK, but I'm in the UK currently.
Yes, and we'll be sharing with them how they can get in touch with you directly, because that's an opportunity being in the UK at the moment. So yes. Sharing. So thank you, everyone. Let me know where you're listening us from as we get started, for you to get to know what it is about. Today's topic is about investment. If you love investment like I do, opportunities, I've shared with you a lot, but this one is about real estate, investing with a purpose. Some of us buy a lot of lands, acres, shambas. Some of you call it like, and if you're not from Kenya, also come and invest in Kenya. This is not only for Kenyans. We are open for everyone who want to invest in Kenya. So share with all our members who are in Africa Women in Trade, also in Europe. Investments in property, you cannot go wrong. But are we doing it the right way? That's the question. So we'll be sharing you more. This topic we'll be discussing about. So keep an eye open, and we'll be sharing you how to connect with us, also the contacts, how to follow up this conversation, because it's just not about talking, it's action. We need action from you guys. So going now straight to our topic, as I showed you there on our flyer when we started, we are going to talk. Our topic is very selected for diasporans of all ages, and I'm so happy to have my guest here. As you can see, diaspora land and new ways of investing in real estate depending on your age. And I'm happy to have my guest here, who is Mr. Perminus. I hope I pronounced it nice. Finally, the correct way, Kariuki. Finally, I did it. I was reading it in German, guys. That is an A, not a U. A very beautiful name, as I understand, from Italy. That's beautiful, Mr. Kariuki. Welcome. He's the CEO of Nyota, Njema, and he will be telling us what is Nyota, Njema, because a beautiful name as well. I find it very attractive to and see, and how it's related. So I'll let you introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, and why Nyota, Njema. Why did you not call it Perminus? Really, like everybody does. Go ahead.
So thank you very much, Joy, for having me, and it's a great honor and a great pleasure. My name is Perminus Kariuki. I am the CEO and founder of Nyota, Njema Real Estate, and today I'm privileged to be very near you. I think I'm nearer to you than I'm usually at when I'm in Kenya. So I'm coming live from Coventry, and after this, immediately I'm going to be handing over some title deeds to those Kenyans who invested with us last year. So I have a function happening between 8, I believe it will now be 8:30, because this one has to go to 8:30. Between 8:30 and 10 here in Coventry, we are meeting at Indigo. So if you're a Kenyan living in Coventry and you have not known about the meeting, please find your way there. We are going to be sharing also more of investment opportunities as we keep on building our Kenya by buying our own Kenya. So yes, I am from the village in Kinangop. There's an analogy going around of villagers. I don't want to go to that discussion, but at least I'm a villager from Kinangop, and I came to Nairobi to look for business, and I found myself in real estate. So I've been in real estate for now 9 years, and 9 years, 8 years to be specific. We are now in the 9th year, and in that session, I have been able to grow myself into the industry. Last year, I was elected as the spokesperson for real estate stakeholders in Kenya. So that's also something that has given me a placement in the real estate sector, giving giving feedback, giving press conferences on behalf of the industry, and that is an position that I may speak about later, maybe in the course of presentation, why we made it so that we can restore investor confidence to our Kenyans living in diaspora and also living in the country, because I know everybody, if not most of us, have cried of our industry. But I also believe evil prevail when good people do nothing. And therefore, when at some point in 2017, 2018, there was a lot of companies that went under with people's money. And that inspired me, especially one case that one company went under with 500 million Kenya shillings from Kenyans who had invested online. And they were investing into properties which were off plan. So I saw an opportunity. 500 million can be sent to buy what they have not seen, and people can steal from them. What if I just come in and decide to do the right thing without necessarily intending to steal from anyone? Then I'll get the 500 million without necessarily struggling and become a darling of those who not lose their money. That is what I did. And in a dream, as I was trying to ask God what next, I got a dream to be a good star. And that is how Njema was born. So Njema means good star, a good star in the sector, to believe that I believe we are already doing so much in terms of bringing the investor confidence. We started by deciding whenever a customer invests, we'll be having title handover ceremonies. And so far we have done, I think, 3 of them in Nairobi. The last one we did in the month of April in KICC, which was a big event bringing together 400 investors together so that we can celebrate that milestone. The other thing we have also decided is to take our titles to the Kenyans in diaspora. Some of them may not be in a position to go back home so soon. So we have made it a personal relationship. So I came in first to the Dubai, I've done it in the UK, I've done it in Europe, and also Saudi Arabia, where people think Kenyans there are always suffering. But I can tell you there are people who are there enjoying their life and investing back home with a lot of confidence. So this has given us a lot of personal relations with Kenyans in the diaspora. And how I have structured our business is to ensure we are not just selling, because anybody can sell, but we create value to people so that even when they're investing with other people, they can be wise and they can be knowledgeable to know what to consider when investing. We'll give you the process of purchasing property in Kenya, be it a foreigner, be it a local Kenyan, also trying to advise you on how you can safeguard your properties, because if you have many titles like some of us have, if you have them you have 10 titles, and you cannot be able to account for all of them where they are. So we also advise you on where to keep them, how to keep them, and especially to manage succession with your children and your children's children to avoid issues of mistrust, also fights when they are long gone. So such are the platforms that we have thrived in. And I can say confidently, Joy, it has been well received. In the UK, like here, I feel at home because these guys have really been welcoming me. And since I came in 2022, it is always, now I tell them I'm a citizen for the next 5 years. You understand what that means? Because at least I even got that visa where I can be able to come in and do a lot of business with them and necessarily come back anytime when God provides an opportunity. So Njema prides itself for the last 5 years. This is our 5th year. We have given more than 1,500 title deeds to Kenyans across different countries and also in the country. We have also empowered so many young people, and I'm happy to say some of them have even started their own businesses. Some have started business in real estate, others in IT, others in other sectors. And I'm proud to say, besides doing business, we're also mentoring a generation. I remember one of them who could be watching, I told him, when I realized he's mature enough to run his own business, I told him, go away, go and empower others, go and employ at least 5 people. And the last time I visited his office, he has at least those 5 employees. And that's also something else we have done to create confidence in the young people and the younger generation. Besides, we have also pride ourselves in ensuring that all our shambas we sell anything with title deed. And we actually focus on investment projects as opposed to selling land. Why do I say so? Our motto remains to be lighting up the investment world. So we cannot be saying we are lighting up the investment world and we are only selling land. So we have also been known for selling or providing investment opportunities in properties. And that has come from Nanyuki, where we were selling a land at 199,000 Kenya shillings. Today, the same place is going at 380. That tells you we have the money has grown within the 4 years or the 3.5 years for those who invested with us. So, Joy, I can speak about how.
I know, and I don't want you to speak like everybody else, because that's why we hear too much of, and it sounds so nice and beautiful and everything else, and so it's very important to now, because you really went structured and saying yes, lands, you don't want people to buy just land. Because last time when I met you, I was remembering you when I told you we met in Netherlands on an investing in Africa summit by John Karegwa, and I remember you mentioning that I'm selling land. I said, excuse me, land? Ugh, I don't want to hear lands anymore. We have bought lands that some of them we don't know where they are. It's like they're just and some of them stolen. A lot of disappointment. I said, don't you have any better? Then some of the offers I was selling, and then he started. I said, okay, Jay, listen, I'm listening to you. Tell me what are the kind of products are you doing? And when you gave me this listening, I said, okay, let me tell you now what I would be selling if I were you. Because we Diaspora understand us, and some of us who have worked with Diaspora over 20 years. So it's very, I can tell you, we don't want to live Europe, the apartments, everything is close by. So we are smelling our neighbors' food. And then you are still sending me those 1/8. Though, in fact, even took me long to understand 1/8, even it's half of an acre, a quarter acre again. I'm like, seriously? We want distance. We want to enjoy our space when we come out, have a garden. Guys, and confirm that on the chat. I can see you're all listening. Confirm the chat if I'm correct. You want to have a space, you have a garden, you can move around, not in an apartment or being squeezed among so many people. So these are the kind of things that we get offered, and they're quite expensive when you think about it. Yeah. So we had this discussion. And you mentioned that yes, we can have a plan. And what was a very interesting for you is how you broke it down. And I want you to break it down for my people here, because I thought that was so genius and so good and so real as well. And because you want big chunks and not just land, can you tell us what else we can do there? And also when you went back and you came back with the project, but before we reach there, can you share with us how you broke it down, how your properties are, and who they target according to what? That was quite interesting.
Allow me to share 2 stories, and these stories will help us get to the nitty-gritties of the same. To start with, it's good to understand that based on our growth in life, we have risk appetite decreasing with increase in age. I am sure the energy and the passion you have right now, in the next 20 years, you may not have the same, because your energy and the capacity even to do what you are doing today will not be there. And therefore, that is the same thing with investment. It has been proven that between 18 years and 35 years, most people are very energetic. They have very high risk appetite. They know even if they were to start one thing, it falls, they can do another one. That's why you see people jumping from one job to the next one, because they know they have the luxury of time. But then when you get to 40 years, you realize, time is going, and I have children who are depending on me. For those of us who are in Kenya, we pay everything for medication, for student, for school fees, for everything is payable. I know here in the diaspora, some of you are favored because you don't pay for some of those basic needs. But again, that means you still have some other needs that come up as time goes by. There's that time that you realize, hey, my kids or my friends have all homes and I don't have one. So you start getting the peer pressure. And therefore, between 40 years and 50 years, 55 years, where you are going to be actively involved in working, at that time, people are also very aggressive, but also very retrogressive in a way, because they are trying to do everything now to get what they not have done in the first quarter of their life. Then the last thing is after the 55 years, you realize, hiya, I'm retiring. And at the point of retirement, you only have the option of retirement. You are retiring to put on new tires, that is retiring of TIERE to TYRE. So you cannot sustain your life, you cannot sustain your lifestyle. And because Joy was flying from Kenya to get her hair done in the US,
hey, not yet. Not yet, yeah.
I'm just using that as an example to indicate how lifestyle change can happen if you are not planned your retirement. And therefore, at that moment, you realize, oh, I have to go and get my pension, start a hardware so that I can sustain my life. But you have never run a hardware since you started your life. You have always been doing some other jobs. So you start the hardware with the expectation for it to thrive and sustain you for the rest of your life, only for it to collapse in the second year. And therefore, you go to the second way of retirement, depending on your children and your children's children, which I don't think any professional should be doing that, should be working so hard right now to be dependent on their children and their children's children. Then the last one is the aspect of you have already retired, you don't have children, they're already gone, they don't care about you, and then you feel that you have depression and you eventually die because that's a result of, that is the end goal of anybody. So those are the three options. So what do? It is therefore paramount for anybody to know their state and to know their risk appetite and the opportunities that are there for them. If you are between that age of 18 years to 35 or 40 years, it is good to know that every time you're earning an extra income, you should be putting that extra income into the right use. Because there is a time you not have that extra income, but you have a need that you need to supplement with that income. In that case, you'll be ending up suffering and struggling because you need money, but you don't have an extra income. Yet when you had the extra income, you didn't know what to do with it. And therefore, that's where investment coaching come in from people like what you're doing tonight. So the first thing, when you get that job, you're able to do 2 shifts, you're able to do 2 jobs, you're able to get an extra business, a side hustle. The money you get, you should invest it in an asset class that appreciates in value regardless of the inflation of the economy. So that in case the economy goes down, your money doesn't go down with the economy. And that's why you encourage people to have passive income invested in property and such investments or money markets. Then you go to the category of 40 to 55. That time you don't have the luxury of time. They have so many needs. So again, most people at that time also realize, hiya, life is going so fast. And let me pause and say, somebody mentioned to us, I'm stealing a story which was shared to us last month, and it got me surprised. I will share this because it was a real story. He said, and I'm quoting him, so I'm not the originator of the story. The guy said, everybody, a man and a woman, have two what do you call it? They have testosterone and progesterone. So we call it T and O so that I don't have to be repeating that wrong word again. So it happens between 25 years and 40 years. Women's T, the men's T, that is the testosterone, is very high. And that is what gives them motivation, gives them the energy, the risk appetite. That is when you see men get married at that time, they get children at that time, they get to look for business at that time, they get to change jobs at that time, they get to, even buy homes at that time, because their energy or the T is very high on them. At the same time, for the ladies, the O, which is the progesterone, is very high. So the T gives you the acquiring space, confidence, the acquiring energy. But then the O on the opposite gives you what we call the nurturing aspect of life. So you get the women who are at that time, they are very good in nurturing. That's why you find many women at that time are in administration, they are HR assistants, they are admin assistants. They are nurturing the organization to grow very well. At the same time, they are also nurturing their children to become very good, disciplined kids and to make them become the best family, and also nurturing a marriage. But then it happens at 40 that the man has worked so hard. Now their energy is going down. And at that time, they need to become mentors. They need to become, to nurture other people. So why do they start with the nurturing? They come back home to nurture their own children and their wife, only for them to realize the wife and the children moved on because he was so busy working hard. And I'm saying that with respect because maybe my wife is watching and you see I'm very far away from them. So they get so aggressive, and he comes and fights. They're already aggressive and abrasive. They have lived without you, so they can continue living without you. So the guy gets frustrated. And at that time, that is also the prime age of their career. So they're in the horizontal career growth. So they have to do a lot if they didn't do a lot in the first quarter of their years. Then for the women at that time, what happens? They are very aggressive. They know, you know what? Joy is now between 40 and 55 years. She realized I spared my years doing a lot of work, nurturing a family, nurturing somebody's business. I now have my capacity to go and do it on my own. And that is why you see your age group. I'm saying that because I know your age group. They are all over acquiring properties. They are all over doing holidays. They're all over doing all the things that they could not do in the first 15 years of their life after campus. And therefore, what happens in the same case? The investors, most of the investors, and I'm saying this is all due respect to men, in our businesses right now are actually ready because their value is higher. I can do it. I used to think I'm only under my submission of my husband, but now I can also be able to do it on my own. And therefore, they go and tell the husband, I'm going to buy this property. Whether you do it or not, I have to do it because I feel I have the energy, I have the right grouping, we have the right chairmas, we can do this. And therefore, if they are not well guided, they end up investing in the wrong investment because their energy, their testosterone is very high at that time. They are thinking, we need to invest now, now, and now. And then at the same time, the husband is the one who is nurturing. So he's telling them, no, we don't need to invest so hard. We need to wait for us to get money for the kids to go to school. So that is always one cause of even fights and conflict in marriages because you realize that the women now at that time at 40 becomes more aggressive and the women and men. That's a story we can discuss another day. Let me not divert from there. And therefore coming back, it therefore means understanding your age group. I said the ones between 15 or let me say even 25 to 40, they are very aggressive, both genders, but mostly men, they should be able to know that is the time for them to utilize the investment. And then when they get to the next stage, they now start asking themselves, what do we have to nurture? Now, by that time, ladies, because now your testosterone is very high, it's for you to go ahead and invest for the family, not for your own. So I put that as a disclaimer. You don't dismiss your man because, again, you feel like he's too low. He's not too low. It's only that he's...
So you're the one taking high risk now.
Now the lady is the one who is the high risk. And for us, the men, we should be supporting you to continue being the risk taker. Because
I like that.
From the house, you'll actually be able to go and work so hard and bring it to the house. Eventually, I'll still be the man of the house. Anyway, that is another story for another day. Then if that happens, you have increased investment into passive income, which can give you you can do like apartments, like holiday homes, which will be giving you passive income. And this is my advice to all of us, including myself. By the time you retire at 55 or 60, do not go retiring again. That time you should have accumulated your income into at least 2/3 of your previous income when you're actively working. So that if you're earning 5,000 euros or 5,000 pounds per month, you can be able to earn at least 3,000 pounds or 3,500 pounds or euros per month. That way you'll be able to sustain your lifestyle. But if you don't have that, man, it's gonna be hard because you have to know either you lose your friends or your class, but again, you also lose your self-esteem because you see you can try what you are trying to do and you're not able to do it. I believe that's a good introduction into this topic, Joy.
Wow. I also have also learned something. And actually, you're correct. If I look around what I did then and what I'm doing now, and something else I've also noticed, even when you're even beyond 60, 50, even 70, you find the energies for some of the women are still very high investing. I can tell you, I met one who was 98, still having project, 98, still having projects and still thinking, I'm thinking like, seriously, now I can understand what you mean. So our energies are still high until the end of investing for the family as well. And I like that the men should also support us too. So yeah, I hope listeners, you are learning a bit there. Share with us whatever you can hear from the tips there. I'm also putting them on the chat as we are going on so that you don't miss out. And so that is so alarming. And now that you're talking, so African women in Europe, just to give you a small history, how we started and where we are. We started also when you were in our 20s, yeah, and all the way to now. And we are all aging the same way. So are you saying now this is the best time for us to start investing before we get to the retirement, which here in Europe is around 60 something? Is that
Mhm.
what I'm hearing?
Yeah, what I tell somebody, whenever you have energy to do something extra, do it. Because the difference between the extraordinary people, the so-called extraordinary people, and the ordinary people, is that the so-called extraordinary people did the prefix extra, did something extra. So when everybody else is enjoying and relaxing, you should be thinking, will I be able to relax the same way in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years? Actually, the reason we wake up in the morning, Joy, yeah, it's only because of two reasons. You wake up because of your problems, or you wake up because of your dreams. And if your problems scare you, then you are not doing the right thing. If your dreams don't scare you, then they are not big enough. I hope that doesn't confuse
Oh,
anybody.
I like that. I only knew the other one. What was the other one? I know if the dream doesn't scare you,
Not big
uh,
enough.
you're,
So if your problems
you're
scare
still not
you,
in the right track. If the problems scare you,
you're not big enough.
you're
Because you
not.
should not be scared by your problems. You should actually be able to provide a solution of every problem you find. And
Wow, I
therefore, in that case, we are called to be thinking progressively as opposed to retrogressively. Number one, it is the high time now when you have the energy to ensure that you have capacity to reproduce what you are doing today in the next 20 years where you don't have the energy to do the same. And that is why we come up with concepts like what we have today. Like come up with a project and say, you know what, Perminus, I know I can afford a project. I can afford an acre of land. Instead of buying the plot of land, to just say I have a plot of land somewhere, can I buy an acre? And then when people will be looking for land in the future, I become the landlord to subdivide my acre and give them some small portions of the same. That way, you have already created wealth in the future. There's one old man who is my good friend, and maybe he could be watching here. That old man once told me, he sold me some 18 acres of land in Anyuki last year, but one. And how he did it, he told me, young man, you know, I'm a retiree, but now I'm enjoying my pension. So my pension is this land. So he just takes one land, he sells it, and then he enjoys his life. To my surprise, when I wanted to clear with him the land, he told me, don't clear with me the land. I want you to be keeping it for me. Whenever I need some money, I will be calling you to send me some money. If my children or my grandchildren want school fees, I'll be calling you to send it to me. He made me his own accountability partner or finance manager. So whenever he needs 100K, Perminus, kijana yangu, do you have my 100K? So the question I should ask you, Joy, when you are retired, which kijana or who is that person you'll be calling, or which is that goat that you can be able to get and take to the market so that you don't have to work very hard? That mzee oscillates from Nairobi to his village. He stays in the village for 1 week. He comes to Nairobi. He has 3 apartments in Nairobi, so he decides which one to stay in. He stays there for another 1 week or 2 weeks. That is the life we desire. Or else, what is life? Life is living a life of not stressing yourself so hard to get what you want to get in life. And therefore,
And I can relate that a lot because
mm,
us here in diaspora, we work so hard, really.
mhm,
We work so hard, and sometimes our time gets, by the time we realize we are 40 or 50, we've been working so hard and supporting other people. That's something else. Yeah. We
that's
have
true.
that. We also have a problem with that, and we are trying to educate our people to also think about themselves. And the problems back at home, they never finish. But at the end of the retirement, you'll end up, where are you gonna go? Yeah, and the mistrust, that comes in when working with people you don't know. They also take advantage of you, as you mentioned, which is quite a sad thing. Even your own relatives, there. So these have happened. We hear stories, but even then, there is opportunity to have these investments like you are talking about what we have right now. So guy, I'm going to share with you some of the opportunities that Nyota and Njema is providing so that you can start using that digesting. And we focus those ones that you can really go for higher, although they have even other options. Yeah. So we will first of all today focus on this one, which is more 1 acre piece of land. or a half an acre. And maybe you can tell us, go through these for us a little bit, Mr. Kariuki, just to understand and what's the idea, because even behind there I'm seeing very nice cottages with the business holiday homes. You're thinking beyond just an acre or a quarter or a half an acre.
Let me say what I did, Joy, when you challenged me to get something big for you guys. I think that should remain there so that I'm able to refer
That's okay. I'm gonna bring it up. Yeah.
So we have been selling with the smallest unit possible, that is an eighth of an acre, so that those who can afford that cannot feel left out. So that still remains. So what I did, I took a 20-acre block, for instance, and I put it into 2 blocks of 10 acres. One 10-acre block, I dedicated it to the 50 by 100, and then the other 10-acre block, I dedicated it to quarters and half. So whenever you want an acre, you just combine 2 halves. It is easier than just putting 1 acre in the map alone. So that's what we did, and through that, we came up with a fairer pricing. If you are investing a plot of land of 50 by 100, it's going for 330. But if you are to calculate 330 times 4, it cannot be 1.25 for a half an acre. Therefore, it is discounted for us to give you a half an acre at 1.25 and a 1 acre for 2.4 million. The reason we do this is to ensure that we motivate people to buy more chunks, because this was a targeted project. The other thing we did, Joy, is that we went ahead and developed this property. We fenced it. We put even a gate. And the video that you just played earlier is actually live from the Shamba. I was there last week, but last Saturday, but one. And I can tell you that place is just breathtaking. It's just amazing. You know, the way you feel somewhere that's a good place. Then we also did the road, and it is accessible to anything, by any means. Then we also make sure the land is near a conservancy. There's an upcoming conservancy just opposite our Shamba, which is less than 500 meters from it. And we desire that when that conservancy starts operating and getting public, people who come to visit there can be able to get something they can call a holiday home. It's also good to run, and this I was charged by the ambassador of Kenya to Austria. What is the generation that we are looking at to be our consumers? This is the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are tired of coming to from a 4-wall concrete wall in Nairobi or elsewhere, and they are going for a holiday in Nanyuki to go and stay in a 4-wall concrete wall. They want to get something that is unique for them to enjoy the selfies, and that is why we came up with a concept, looking at the target market that we are looking at the consumers in the next phase of life. These are the Gen Zs. They want somewhere they have a cabin. They can go for a bushfire. They can go and do a barbecue for themselves, and they live in unconditionally in a unique kind of setup. Therefore, we came up with this concept of A-frame holiday homes, hoping to. There are some people in Kenya who have already done it, so it's not a very unique concept. So there are people who have done it, but in other areas. So we hope we can be able to do such, so that in that holiday home, can you see that up there where the bed is? You are thinking, I'm viewing Mount Kenya in my own cabin, and I am enjoying working from there. So even encourage people to leave Nairobi and work even from those holiday homes, because we set them such that they are very conducive for work and for holiday, for leisure. And that is why we came up with this concept. So what we are going to do, we came up with a team of professionals. So for us, we are only providing land, and on every land you buy, we give you a free drawing towards the same. So for every land you buy, we give you a free drawing towards the same investment, towards the same investment. This is to encourage you not to leave your land idle. Even if you are to put up 1 unit of a 2-bedroom in your unit, it is just appreciating in value definitely. So around me, I can see people are looking for me. Remember, I had another appointment. Let me just tell them I'm hanging it up. But that is basically what we are going to be doing. So in my view, just a minute, you can play something.
Yes, as you heard there, guys, there's a lot of opportunity out there. and we're going to be given more details, as you can see. But meanwhile, as I wait for him to come, let me play for you a short video about what they're doing as a short break, as you invite other people. If you have any question, you can put in the chat as well. Let's have a quick short break as we show you their properties.
Discover the unparalleled opportunities with Njema Real Estate strategically located Nanyuki project. Starting from 1 acre and half-acre plots, these parcels are ideal for building your dream holiday home amidst the scenic beauty. Priced affordably, these plots offer the best value for your investment. As a special offer, for every parcel acquired, you will receive a free architectural design, setting the stage for a seamless building process. Investing in Nanyuki is not just about owning land. It's about securing a future filled with tranquility and picture square views. For our esteemed Diaspora community, this is the best way to invest back home. Make hay while the sun shines, and let Njema Real Estate light up your investment world. Start your journey towards land ownership today and embrace the benefits of investing in prime location. For more details, visit our website on www.njema.com or contact us now through 0728 895 895.
Yeah, great. I can see you're back, and thank you for sharing with us. I know you're going to an event to share title. This is very beautiful. So for now, maybe we can just have it just an overview how people can reach to you. How can they connect with you? Maybe that's the best way we can go towards that, so that I can release you. I know you have to rush.
No. I have told them to pick me at 8:30. Sorry for that. But again, so what I wanted to say, Joy, before I was captured, they called persistently. I'm not, I don't usually pick calls when I'm in a presentation, so my apologies. So I was speaking about what we can do with those cabins and the reason behind the cabins. Yes, I said about the Gen Zs, who are the target market for our the holiday homes. Number two, from COVID time, it's good to note that the tourism in Kenya became very vibrant, and local tourism is what has been sustaining the economy. If you can look at the statistics given there by the government, also by the government agencies entrusted to do that. So there is a lot of uptick. I give a good example of one project near our neighborhood, and I know maybe they could also be watching here because they are my friends. The Mayan Resort, now taken by Sarova last year. The Mayan started in as a small concept, but today they have a very big concept. If you want to sleep there, it's around 18,000 per night. That is the kind of magnitude opportunities that we have there. And one surprising thing, if you go there on a Thursday to book in, most likely you'll find the whole resort is full, because people have decided it is never that serious. We need our time to go and enjoy with our families before things change. And therefore, we can create such family setup that people would be coming looking forward to a holiday home that they can enjoy with their family, go for hiking to Mount Kenya, go for adventure in the Orpajeta or the other conservancies in the neighborhood, and then you come back home and retire as a fulfilled person. So such are the opportunities that we have seen there. And besides that, we have created a team of professionals. We'll also be partnering with other people in the market who are developing for people. I have seen some companies who are not mentioned the names because we are in the final stages of our partnership agreements, who are willing to even finance the construction. So for us, we provide the land and the concept, then the guys do the development for you. Others, there's a contractor who has also come on board. He is going to be paid on certificate. You just need to pay the mobilization fee, maybe 30%. Once you pay that for the unit, then the next thing you do, you would be paid the QS, or the QS certifies that you have done a certain work, maybe 20%, they are paid 20%. If he has done 50%, you pay them 50%. That is the kind of a partnership I'm looking forward in the future. Because yes, we sell the land, but what next? We must do something on the land to make it valuable, or else we'll all be selling land, but we don't have any value on that land, because empty land is just a liability to us, to me. Even planting trees, and even start planting trees, or even planting flowers, just for heaven's sake, do something on any land that you have, because it is not be idle. And that's what I'm trying to push going forward. So it may take time, but I know the dream is there, the vision is there. I'm happy one day we'll be having a Nyota village because we have quite a number of projects there. And that Nyota village should be a well-known place where Kenyans in diaspora, foreigners can come and camp as they enjoy the views of the scenic Mount Kenya, the Daiga Hills, and enjoy the zebras which are crisscrossing across the shambas.
I know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful there. I mean, the cottages. Some of you are joining us and haven't seen it. Can always check later. But we have the concept being shared here is quite beautiful because it has a business plan. And unfortunately, I know you're targeting Gen Z. The Gen Z right now, they're still not yet even started family. Maybe that's why they're interested. They can start investing early.
No, you didn't get my comment, Joy. I didn't say I'm targeting Gen Zs to buy. I'm targeting Gen Zs to be our customers for the holiday homes.
Yes, okay, got it. Got it. So the customer for the water,
the cabins, the cottages. The cabins and the cottages.
Yes, but the generation for the people who are building them is our generation X and Y and Upsilon.
Yes, yes. You see the whole issue of generations. The current generation, which is the millennials and the generation Y, those ones up there. The truth is, those guys are the current people who have the capacity to invest. Yes. But you invest looking at who is your target customer in the next 10 years. In the next 10 years, when you are retiring, the people to give you passive income must be comfortable to stay in your own house or hotel or the cabin that you have created. And therefore, when I'm saying this drawings, customize them, targeting that kind of advice.
Yeah. And I like this because I also want to bring in the diaspora concept. The diaspora concept has such a wealth of ideas and ways of moving forward. Because even in this kind of holiday homes, don't forget we are not living here. We live 50-50, right? Like for me, my retirement plan is holiday. I have my guest house where I live with my guests and do everything and come and you have access to all these people. And somewhere like Germany, I can tell you, apart from they did a survey finding how would a German say that my life is very good. Yeah, they don't have problems like you have there. Their problem was having good health and going holiday. These are must on their tick box. Yeah. When they go, first was health, and then second was holiday. They don't have a problem for food and all that stuff. So you can imagine that's a very good potential for holiday people. If you are returned, if you're from Germany, you can create a package and you have guests for you to go to that home area. And something else I just want to make it clear for the people. So you have the land, which I'm going to share again here so that they understand it. And then you have the business project. So I hear a lot of, I hear that you have, let me just share here. So you can go for an acre, which is like if you pay cash is 2.4 million. And if you go for a half an acre is 1.25 million and so forth, so on. And they also have a payment package as well. So you have the 3 to 6 months and the 10 to 12 months. So that I understand. So in terms of now the business concept, you said you have the architecture will be there and can prepare for you. This particular comes in addition so that they all understand. So these where you get nice cottages, can see how cozy they are. And Kenya are very good with it. And if you're doubting that, if you're from other countries, Kenya, we are very good with finishing and all that stuff. And we have the possibility and capacity to do that. And so these come at extra with an architecture. Is that correct?
Yes. No. Actually, what you're doing, for every land you buy, we give you a free drawing.
So when you say free drawing, it's just
the architectural drawing. The architectural drawing.
The architectural drawing. But what about the actual drawing that included in this?
The actual drawing is what we are going to give you.
Okay. So that means it's not the architecture costs are not included.
Yes. So the only thing we will incur is the cost of approvals now going forward to the engineer's cost and such. But the architectural drawing and design will give it for free, which is also a very an amount to consider when you're doing a project.
Okay, because this is more of the house itself. So it's 2.5 million
Yes.
to 3.5 million if you calculate everything together. Is that correct?
Yes, 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 yes. That's why we put it a range, because some of the materials might vary. If you want concrete, if you want mabati, if you want to do bow, that costs are totally different. And that's why we encourage ourselves to ensure that we give a range, not to have a fixed. Also, it's good to note that material costs also keep on changing in Kenya. Today, you
Okay.
might find the price of this commodity is going at this price. Tomorrow, it's going at almost 30% increase. So we not come back to the client and ask for more money.
So this price also doesn't include the land itself, right?
No, no, no. The land costs are different. That's why we give
Okay.
the fly
I
of
just
of the
want to
land.
have that clear so that
Hey.
people understand.
You
Because
can
I
imagine if the cost of land was included at 2.4, then
well,
2.5 is the cost of a
so
house.
you exactly, and
Yes.
and also it depends what you really want. So thank you for that, because it's very important for our people to get to know what options are there outside. And of course, you don't have if you don't have to have holiday homes. You can come up with other ideas. It's your own piece of land. So and those people who are not Kenyans, you also have leasing packages, so it doesn't have don't have to think that it's only for Kenyans. It's open for everyone who want to invest in Kenya as well, because I remember that we had a lot of people who were interested to come and invest as well from foreigners from here. It's quite attractive. So thank you so much. I can
Something, Joy, now that you have mentioned
yes,
about
go
foreigners,
ahead.
foreigners, is good to note that the government of Kenya allows you to only buy land that is on leasehold. So what we have agreed as an office and through the guidance of our legal team, whenever somebody buys the land, even if it is on freehold, the first thing before we transfer it to you, we will transfer what we call the change of user to leasehold, so that we don't have problems in the future. Initially, you'd be encouraged to form a company with a Kenyan partner, and then you get them run away from or drop the directorship and transfer the shares to you later. But then it also causes a problem in case you want to sell that property. How will you sell it if you are a foreigner with a freehold? So the current government has instituted what we call a disasa, and it's very thorough system to ensure that they are able to weed out any loopholes that were there previously. So we encourage you, once you invest in Kenya, ensure, even if not with us, you're not buying a freehold as a foreigner. You buy it and they convert to you to leasehold. That way you have peace that you have land in Kenya. Otherwise, if it is on freehold, the rules can change and they say everybody with freehold and they are foreigners without a Kenyan identity or a Kenyan company, let them be taken away. So that's my tip for you. I hope it helps people. But even the lands we have, even if they are not on freehold, they're not on leasehold, we have a way of converting it into leasehold if it's for the for the what do you call them, for the foreigners who want to invest in Kenya.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for clarifying that, because we have a lot of interest who are people who are ready to invest. Africa is becoming a very interesting place to invest, and especially holiday homes that would be work so well. As I told you, they all like traveling in Europe. They could as well maximize that too. And there's also an opportunity for groups, chamas, those small groups that you have and you want to invest in something. Just reach out to me and I'm able to share with you more information about how to go about it, because I think it's a very good way where you can start getting money back immediately as well. So thank you so much for your time, and I want to let you go so that you prepare for the certificate for your people. But maybe before you go, the
Yes.
last word you can pass on to my people here, how they can reach you, how they can contact you, and encourage them to start investing as well.
Thank you very much. So we have dedicated a team of diaspora management, and led by Precious, who is also on call. So Precious will be handling all the inquiries from this conversation. And we have our number being 0728-895-895. Just ask to talk to Precious. She'll be able to help you and to handle all the issues. Number two, as I always say, the best time to invest was 10 years ago. The other best time to invest is now, because 10 years to come, you only have two options: either to say, I wish I did it, or I'm grateful I did it. I'm glad I did it. So don't wait to say, I wish I did it. Start now. We have a promotion going on, which I believe, Joy, we can extend to you. We have decided for those who are buying in installment, you don't need to pay a deposit. You just take the amount. If it is 2.5, 2.45, you just divide it by the number of months that you want to buy, and you pay that as the installment. That is the offer running this month, because this is the Father's month and I'm a father. So it's going to be a good offer for those ladies who want to surprise themselves. You know, there are also ladies who are father. I'm a single mom's child, so I know what I mean. There are also ladies who want to surprise themselves. You can get that offer, zero deposit. You just need to pay. Take, if it is 2.5, you divide it by 12. That is around 120,000 Kenya shillings. And then you, is it 120? Yeah, 120,000 Kenya shillings or something like that. Then you divide, you multiply that by 12. No, it's around 240, which is ideally less than 2,000 euros if you are willing to go that direction. The other way you can reach us is on our social medias, Facebook, all the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, but more so our website is up to date. And by the way, let me say this, let me brag a bit and say, our website, you can be able to interpret it in your mother language. So if you're in Germany like you can just click on German, it will convert everything into German so that you don't say you didn't understand anything. If you want to know it in euros, the website is also able to convert that. And finally, Njema prides itself of having a working app where once you become a customer, we're able to monitor your system, your statements without necessarily calling our office. And once you make your payment, it is promptly updated on our system and the app. That way, we are trying to make sure transparency is enhanced. And I believe that in the next our event, I will be presenting papers to the women who have invested with us. Remember, women is the backbone of the economies of the world. Don't wait to invest. Invest and wait to see your investment grow. Because the best time to invest was 10 years ago. The other best time to invest is now.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being there, and thank you for that offer. As you had, there's an offer going on. We'll put in details in the chat. Precious will put it in the details on the chat, what the offer is, and then you'll be able to contact them as well directly. If you feel like also, because I know you always want to make sure that you have somebody sending. We have this habit, Mr. Kariuki, of I'll ask Joy who I know. You know, you're happy to contact me because I'm very excited about this project as well, and I'm really looking forward to see you also investing the smart way. And my dear fellow 40s, 50s, let's get this ready for us. It's an investment, it's our retirement plan, whatever you want to call it. I love it. And we're looking forward to work with you. Thank you so much. And some of you are asking when we will be coming back again on this line. When are we meeting? Some of you who saw the event we did just last week, but the time is going very fast. And we met in Holland, and it was a very great event. And now we are meeting again in Germany. Yes, Germany, we are meeting on the 13th. We are very excited about this because it's a more, how do I say, very interesting way of connecting with you. We will be having tours in Hamburg. This time it will be in Hamburg. And we have an Eventbrite running out there. I'm going to share on the chat as well. And if you haven't seen it already on our page, and we also have our website, you can find the information. And that's why we are so happy to have sponsors like Nyota and Njema, who was there to even connect with you directly. That was very, very as well. Yes, I just also remembered my guest wanted to mention something. We forgot about that. So, and I'll call him if you're still here. If you have 2 minutes, I'll bring you up again because there's an event also they are hosting, and you can also be part of it as well. So we have the June event, July coming up, and I'm encouraging you all to come and see that. So they are also having an event that the Nyota and Njema is having an event and we have already put for a lineup of the events here for you. And maybe I can bring you up a bit to mention about it since you're still here. and how they can join you in UK as we speak right now. That's where you are. So take over.
Thank you very much. And Joy, I promise if invited, I'll do another session on a weekend so that those who wanted to have it, we can do it, but not in this month, because this month, this week, I have been in Coventry since yesterday till tomorrow. On Saturday, 15th, we'll be in Milton Keynes. On Sunday, I'll be in the north, that is Leeds. Then on Monday, I'll be in Manchester. It's not written here. Tuesday, also Manchester. Then Wednesday and Thursday will be in Liverpool. We have an event in Liverpool on Thursday. Then on Friday, the 21st, will be, this is the old one. You need to upgrade the one I had shared with you, but it will be Nottingham on that 21st. Then from Nottingham, 22nd, I'll be in Slough, and then Oxford in the evening. And then on Sunday, we'll be spending the whole day in Oxford. And then on 28th, we'll be in 27th, I'll be in Gloucester because I have some buzi nimeitua hapo. And then on 28th, we'll be in Northampton. Then 29th, we'll be in Reading and Sweden in the evening, and finalized with a mega title handover ceremony in London on the 30th of June. So if you're in all those areas, please come. I know I'll be tired, but I will not be retired, so I'll be able to serve you effectively. Thank you very much. Maybe I'll ask Precious to share the
flyer. We'll put the flyer on the chat as well. In the chats on our platform, we'll be sharing them as well. In the UK, people who are in the UK, we have a Facebook group for UK. They will be also viewing that as well. So I'm excited about that as well. So yes, and thank you for that for the update.
Thank you.
So thank you as well. So he's just rushing to an event, so we want to release him. Today we had this. We normally have our live tech show Sundays evening. As you can see, his schedule was very busy. So we decided to take this offer for today. Some of you who will not have seen this, they can also watch this later during the week. Feel free to watch that as well. And we will share with you the other information. So as I was telling you, we are very excited about the events that are happening. We also have to give you aware that in UK, we also have an event coming up 2nd of November. We'll be sharing you for more information. But today I want to really encourage you to join us in Hamburg. Hamburg, we'll be meeting there. We'll have a very nice boat tour, and also later in the evening, having a direct discussion at Afro Chic at Mundesburg, which is a mall, and have a very a beautiful lounge for Africa, and there'll be entertainment there as well as a dinner will be served there. So we're encouraging you to book your ticket. Is on the Eventbrite, as you can see on the link there. I'll share with you as well on the group, on the WhatsApp, how to book and join us. It's not very far away. That is the 13th of July, which is around 4 weeks from now. As you can see, we are already on the 13th. Actually, it's exactly 4 weeks because today is 13th of June. So 13th of July, we'll be meeting as well. So I'm excited to meet you there as well. And I also want to give a shout out. There's another event that will be happening before ours. And for men, yes, we have for men. We have an event happening, and I'm also helping in marketing as well. They're marketing for us as well. We have the Iron Shapers Iron Men's Conference happening in Mannheim in Germany. And this is for Europe. Anyone interested to join them, they already have a registration going on. And the men, they will be having a good time. And I think they have a football team playing as well on that Saturdays. It starts from 6, 7, 5th, 6th, and 7. And it's not only for men. In the weekend, they will be having another program for everyone else. The family also are invited as well. And this is also a very good event. I'm inviting you all who are in Germany or in Europe. As you always say, we women, we have our events. It's not thinking about men and all that. So we have one for you. So I'm sharing you there because we are also partnering with them in terms of marketing and making sure that the men who have always been behind the airway to also be part of that. So you can come as a family with children, a program that goes well. Take a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As I mentioned, it is from 5th, 6th, and 7th, but you can focus on 6 and 7, which is a Saturday and a Sunday as well. You are welcome to come. There is nothing to pay. It's just appearing. And if you have something to support, please, you can also support them. I'll share their link also on the WhatsApp here. I mean, also on the chat, so that you can also take part of that, because we believe in working together. It's very important for all of us, and networking is also very good if we continue supporting each other. So I'm very excited about that. So I'll share with you the form on the chat, and you can be able to register for the men's conference, which is also a family conference as well. So giving a shout out there. Then the other part that we are also excited about after that weekend, I've shared with you the link of that, and then I'll share with you the link to join after that weekend. That's when we will be meeting the Africa women in Germany. The chapter is hosting the event in Hamburg. So as I mentioned, we have a very good program for you. It's a trade tour. You can bring your family member. I've seen some of us coming. They have already booked a place for us to they also brought they will be bringing their families together as well, so that as this is going to be happening as well. And it's a time to get closer to each other as we network. So I'm going to share with you that link as well on the chat. You see as well right now as I'm speaking, I've just shared with you how to book Awe Germany in Hamburg, which will be happening on the 13th of July. So exactly a month from now, 13th July. So I'm very excited to meet some of you in person. The last one we did was in Netherlands, and I'll be showing you a short clip as we go closing, so that you can see what really happened in our event and what you can expect from that. And we'll be coming here to market out more with the members who are organizing things. So thank you so much. And for now, let me share with you, if I'll be able to do that, share with you the Holland event that just happened, to give you a short clip how that was and how oh, sorry about that. I think you were not hearing me or seeing the event, but let's now try one more time so that you can see what the women are doing out there. Great, great, great. That was a very beautiful event. And thank you for being with us, for supporting us throughout. And we look forward to meeting you in Germany on 13th of July, and as well in UK on 2nd November. Thank you so much, and I wish you a lovely day. And I'll finish this with the sponsorship and also from Nyota Njema presentation for you to see what else they are also providing, and as well as diaspora insurance. As you all know, we need to cover ourselves after death. We also have to plan that. As much as we're investing, we don't want to leave debts, and also our family members are taking care of us when you're living. So diaspora insurance is something that we encourage you. We'll also share information about you as we close. So thank you, and I wish a good Thursday and a coming weekend. Thank you.
Discover the unparalleled opportunities with Nyota Njema Real Estate strategically located Nyuki project. Starting from 1 acre and half-acre plots, these parcels are ideal for building your dream holiday home amidst the scenic beauty. Priced affordably, these plots offer the best value for your investment. As a special offer, for every parcel acquired, you will receive a free architectural design, setting the stage for a seamless building process. Investing in Nyuki is not just about owning land. It's about securing a future filled with tranquility and picture-square views. For our esteemed diaspora community, this is the best way to invest back home. Make hay while the sun shines, and let Nyota Njema Real Estate light up your investment world. Start your journey towards land ownership today and embrace the benefits of investing in prime location. For more details, visit our website on www.nyotanjema.com or contact us now through 0728 895 895.
Funeral cover for less than a cup of coffee. Peace of mind is not as expensive as you may think. For just one day, you can forego your cup of coffee for your monthly Diaspora funeral cash plan cover. To find out how much premium you would pay, get a quote today. Visit www.diasporainsurance.com/get-quote. WhatsApp +44 770 3838 304 UK and international. WhatsApp +27 659 070 419 South Africa and rest of Africa. Funeral cover for less than a cup of coffee.